today, my dear brother and sister. I'll be launching from now on a few videos discussing the situation about a foreigner living in South Africa. The video I'm watching coming from the news in SA don't look so good for people living out of South Africa. My dear brother, before we go to the development of having this discussion, that will also help us help the government to be able to find the solution and the permanent solution of this issue that is happening. We need to do something about it than to leave it continue and continue. You will never know where exactly it's going to end. I'll be asking you to share this video so that you reach a lot of people for us to have a proper discussion and find out some solution about exactly what is going on between foreigner and the fellow South African. Watch this video.
March continued barring foreign nationals from entering the Rosettenville Clinic in Johannesburg. The group also gathered at the Bella Vista Clinic.
There's nothing that they're doing for South Africans. They're not doing anything for South Africans. It's more like we are crying out loud and no one is saying anything about us. No one is looking after us. So if the government is not looking after the South Africans, then we have to look out for each other.
The protest action has affected operations at over a dozen clinics.
South African people come to the clinic and they never get the help that they need because the foreign nationals come and they flock the clinic.
Meanwhile, Operation Dudula members have been blocking foreign nationals from entering the GP clinic for nearly 2 weeks.
Lento esiyenzayo ayikaze kuphela. Sisazoqhubeka silwe until Cyril Ramaphosa, our president, actually esilalele yonke into esifunayo kuyena, sicela ukuthi esize esondele eduze kwethu ezosilekelela ngawonke amaklinikhi ase South Africa. Sikhulumeli i-GP clinic kuphela but sikhulumela around South African clinics ukuthi abantu bakithi bekhona ukuthola iservice yabo ngoba abakhona ukuthola iservice ngenxa yabantu bangaphandle.
Although their actions are unconstitutional, both groups insist they won't back down until the needs of South Africans are put first.
Juice Mojo, a South African. I'm taking a microphone today to give my view to what is really going on in SA, because SA is my country too. My country too. And all of us, we need to see how we can make the things to become much better to everyone. What is going on is very sad. And I think that this is my opinion. Both sides have to be blamed. I'll explain why. If there's anything after, we're going to share our views. I'll start first from the government side. I think that South African government, they need to document foreigner who lives in South Africa. They need to have documents, because from my experience, I've been living in I live in South Africa since the 1995 that I moved to South Africa. When I moved there was the thing was not like it is today. The things has going from bad to worse because of undocumented foreigner. When the people are undocumented, first of all, it's difficult for the government to be able to trace who commit crime and who do not commit crime. because someone can just enter South Africa, commit crime, and cross the border, and is gone. And those crime like that is always going to be put on the foreigner case because it's the foreigner who caused that. But on my view, as I was saying, starting from the government supposed to document the citizen, the foreigner. To document the foreigner is what? To try to record how many foreigners are in South Africa, give them a permit. We don't say to give them IDs, we say to give them a permit. The South African Home Affairs must sit and think what document can be able for the foreigner to move easily, to do whatever they can do easily. In South Africa, most of the foreigners don't pay taxes. But if they don't pay tax, often it's because they are untraceable. The government cannot tell us how many foreigners exactly are living in South Africa. How can you manage the people when you don't know how many are they? That is a very difficult situation that the government have to look at it and put the strategy in place to sort it out. The government need to tell us how many foreigners are in South Africa. That is the first idea that we need to put in place because sometimes I understand what South African citizens feel. Yes, I do understand. It's not pleasant for a national to be in his own country and do not benefit certain facilities. I do understand. I understand your pain. I understand what you feel. But I also want to say that there is no country on earth where there is no foreigner. And I think that the foreigner also have a very big part in the development of a country. If you go to United States, if you go to Canada, if you go to Europe and everywhere, I will tell you that their economy is being boosted in 90% by foreign citizens. The only thing for SA is to be able, identification is very important. When we move from the identification, we secure our border. The South African border is not secure at all, because as a South African citizen running a business, it was easy for someone to be sent back on Friday, and on Monday, he's back to work. He's sent back using the South African money, the, the tax money for the government. They send him back on Friday, but on Monday, he's back to work. Where did he pass to come back in the country? It's through the border. That means our border need to be secure. If the people are documented, the border is well secure. Now I think the government can sit in place, see the strategy that need to be put in place for the foreigner to also contribute for the development of the country, paying tax and everything. I will quote one example. If someone is documented, the government can think, this is one example that maybe is coming from my own idea, to put in place that every every foreigner in the country will be able to contribute one certain amount for the application for his document or to use other method that the government can sit and think of to make the foreigner also to contribute to the development of the country. If everybody is registered, the borders are closed, and now we can be able to know that in the country we have this number of foreigner, and from there we can be able now to say we are going to put this strategy to collect taxes for the foreigner who have businesses. Those who do not have business, they can be able to say, okay, to apply for the work permit, or if you want to live in South Africa for this number of time, your permit will cost you this amount. If you have this amount, you'll be able to have a work permit for 1 year. If you have this certain amount, you'll be able to have a work permit for this number of years. First of all, those amounts are going to bring money to the coffers, and those amounts also are going to help the government to supply the hospital with medication and to everything that need to support foreigners that they are already in the country. That is my view for this first video that I want to share with you. I'll be coming back for the second video concerning the part of the foreign citizen, what also they have to do to help fellow South Africans to enjoy their country and to feel at home everywhere they go. This is for the first video. What I will encourage you to do, please share this video to reach so many people so that we can be able to share ideas to make that beautiful country stay at ease. We all in divided, we cannot achieve anything, but united, the sky is the limit. That is what I have to say. My name is Jules Mojo. Take care. Until the next video, share so that everybody must be able to listen my view. If you have any proposition or any comment, write it at the bottom of the video and we'll engage. And we'll also plan to have some live video where I will interact with other people to be able to share ideas to make our beautiful South African stand, and that we black, we must not feel that our brothers or our sisters are chasing us away. Thank you very much, and to the next video. Ciao.